This is a handheld gaming device that runs on Windows 11, and I'm sure many of you know what Windows is and why it is the preferred choice for many gamers around the world. But of course, Windows 11 can also be used for more than just gaming. If we have the appropriate dongles and such, this thing can be converted into some sort of a laptop alternative. Let's take a look at this way. This is a laptop, and if we just remove the keyboard and trackpad and then replace it with controller buttons, then rearrange all of the components and shrink it down in size, we get something like the Ally X. ROG themselves already sold an accessory that is essentially a dongle that converts the entire Ally or the Ally X to work on the big screen. It surely is an interesting idea, but it is also a bit weird since we mostly have to get another controller, but that's a story for another day. To convert the Ally X into a laptop though, we just have to connect everything using this dongle. Why I prefer the original Asus one that they have sold is because it has an integrated charger inside alongside with a USB-A and a HDMI port. It is also much more compact compared to any other similar dongles like this one. Remember, it essentially works the same as this dongle, but this one does not have a charger integrated, so we will have to get another thing and then connect another cable into it. So yeah, it's quite a mess. Maybe get a KVM monitor like this one. Essentially, all of the ports and chargers are integrated into the monitor, so we can just plug in all of our device to that monitor and then connect one cable from the monitor to the ROG Ally X, and that's it. We even get charging out of this. Either way, all of these setups work the same, it's just in a different way of connecting everything. Once everything is set up though, we can just do our usual work on the ROG Ally X. I mean, it works like any other laptops that we have, and there is a huge reason why we want a keyboard and mouse to do our work. It's just more accurate to navigate around everything. Since it is running on Windows, and obviously we can do everything a Windows laptop can do, even video editing would be actually quite good on the Ally X if we're using DaVinci Resolve. That AMD Z1 Extreme can be used for more than just gaming alone. We can also play games on a big screen with this setup too. Some games just work better on a keyboard and mouse, like shooter games, or if the game just requires a lot of inputs that only a keyboard can handle. Yet, some games work better with a controller, so you do have the choice of both with this setup. Whenever we want to play portably, then just unplug the dongle from this setup and everything will just revert back to the Ally X, and then we can just bring this wherever we want and game on the go. Even with all of that said, I still think that the ROG Ally X is more like a laptop alternative, not outright a substitute. If you don't have a keyboard and mouse, then doing anything on that 7-inch touchscreen with Windows is just not a fun time. Microsoft is indeed paying more attention to the handheld market, and it is developing some handheld specific apps and UI, but I'm not sure when they're going to be released. Until then, we're going to use the Armoury Crate SE, which is surprisingly good enough for a handheld like this. I mean, yeah, it's focused on gaming only, but that's the primary function of this kind of device, so at least they got that right on the release day of the ROG Ally and the Ally X. And that's all that we have to share with you here today. This is a shorter video, but I think it's a topic that I want to discuss, as having Windows on a handheld is rather advantageous, I would say. Remember netbooks? Yeah, just a different form factor of netbooks can also be treated as a ROG Ally, I guess. Yeah, the world of computing, you have a lot of choices. So yeah, remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.